episode of Community Central. I'm your host, Erin Barkova, and today we're going to go inside the world of Young Voices United. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this.
Okay, so we're going to read through this.
So you guys are dancing, you're singing, you're acting. What else? Broadcasting.
Make friends. Yeah, we love each other.
Y'all love each other?
Yeah.
You're being like a family type
Yeah,
thing.
we're all family here.
Hugs. That is so funny. Okay, so for someone who doesn't understand Young Voices United, how would you explain that to them if they wanted to be a part of it?
Well, it's acting and dancing and singing, and it's all together.
It's like all young voices are coming together.
Come together.
Come together to make
With a common interest to make a difference in the community.
Nice. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that sounds really good. And I forgot what my other question was. So how old are you guys?
I'm 16.
I'm
13.
So their ages can range. You don't have to be any kind of specific age.
Well, it goes from like 5 years
So
old.
do you have to
18.
know how to sing and dance before you even join?
No.
Oh, you don't? So a lot of people don't know how to sing and
No.
dance already?
Well,
Well,
that's not,
but this is a place where you can just learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People like you, why?
Well,
What do you mean? You said you were very talented. How do you know?
Very talented.
Now, how exactly do you know when you're not very talented? Because don't you watch American Idol where those people go on TV? And a lot of people don't know that they're not talented. But talent is probably something that can
That's
be
really
gained. Yeah? I think so. Especially at a place like this. So how many teachers do you have?
Well, 3, 4.
4 different teachers? And they teach different things, or
Oh, yeah.
do they all
Yeah.
teach
They all
different things?
specialize.
Dance, theater, singing,
Okay.
and like instruments, right?
And so you guys plan to go to college for performing arts and things of that nature?
I do. Yes.
You do?
And I bet a bunch of them do too.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16, okay.
I thought it was 7.
Well, that's pretty good. Anything you guys want to tell me about yourself?
about last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
last night a group of us performed at the Hudson Grill downtown in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, and we were introducing Vincent Ward. He's new
Very
character on The Walking Dead. He was there. Talked to him, took pictures with him, and we were just there walking. And we watched some of The Walking Dead, like a preview of it before the season premiere, and it was just really fun. Like, he did some of Michael Jackson stuff. I
You
danced.
did?
And a couple other people. Some, like one little boy sang. Marcus, yes, he's not here, but he sang, and then we danced a Thriller.
Very nice. Okay, so are you guys going to show me a preview of what you guys can do? Come on! You know I want to see. Like, I got to visually understand.
I think we can at least sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah.
Come on, sing Twinkle Twinkle.
Okay, guys.
Come on, Josh, make a beat.
Start singing first.
Oh, this one.
You got to get the
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, then you gotta.
Twinkle,
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
With Mrs. Princess Star. Could you please tell us about yourself a little bit today?
Well, my name is Princess Star. I am the administrative director for Young Voices United Performing Arts School here in Marietta, where my husband is the artistic director, Nick Starr.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big star. Okay. And tell me a little bit about your profession and your background.
Well, actually, my working background has been in human resources. Now, when I went to school, because I graduated from Spelman with a degree in music, concentration in voice and piano. So, after I graduated from college, I decided that perhaps I wanted to embark on something that would allow me to eat. So that's when I went into the area of human resources. However, after doing that for about some 15 plus years, I met my husband, and we decided to open up a performing arts school. Young Voices United is not a new concept. It's something that he did prior to meeting me as an after-school program. And now we've just allowed it to evolve into a full-scale performing arts school.
Absolutely. And how long has Young Voices United been around?
Ever since 1991, I believe.
1991. Okay. And so you guys have a huge group of students, I can imagine, that come
Very, very talented
through.
students.
Okay. Any students in particular that you can think of that you might have helped along the way that stick out in your mind the most?
All of them. I can't really name one. All of them, because all of our students are equally gifted and equally talented, and we're simply just trying to tap it and bring it to the forefront. I mean, Nick has students to come back all the time. I think that's one of the most gratifying things about Young Voices United is that students, once they leave us, they don't just leave us. They actually do come back. We actually have a college group, and we've got an adult group, and those were students of Nick's at one point in time.
So all of these groups, they perform locally or in the community, or?
They perform very much locally. I think we're a little weary at this point of, although very grateful for all of the performing opportunities that we've had so far. But they do perform locally, not just in Marietta, but we recently performed at the Black Theater, Atlanta's first Black Theater Arts Festival, which was in October. I think it was October the 8th. We have in past years taken students to New York so that they could have the opportunity to actually see a Broadway show and to actually be able to talk with cast members. So and we also, our students also participate in the August Wilson monologue competition that Kenny Leon and True Colors host.
Yeah.
And every year we seem to manage to have somebody go to finals in New York. So that's something that we're very proud of.
Mrs. Princess Starr, what is the most challenging thing about your profession?
I think the most challenging thing here at Young Voices United is our funding. We deal with students who don't necessarily have silver spoons or weren't necessarily born with silver spoons in their mouth. However, they're very talented. Nick and I recognized very early on that not everybody wants to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an Indian chief. There are a lot of students who are very, very gifted in the area of performing arts, whether it be theater, dance, voice, whether they play the piano or the guitar. And not all of them have the means to be able to bring that talent to the forefront. And we're simply pouring back into the community with our gifts to try and give them a venue to do so.
That's fantastic. And I did hear a few of the students, kind of mentioning the same thing earlier, so that's really good to know. And how could somebody contact you if they wanted to become a part of this?
Well, if they want to become a part of it, they can visit our website at www.youngvoicesunited.com or simply call the school at 770-528-0988. We are very, very receptive to anybody, not necessarily just for monetary funding, but if anybody who's got the gifts and talents and they want to pour back and give back, we're very, very receptive. We want to make sure that we're providing quality instruction for our students.
That sounds great. And thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for coming.
slow.
Why'd you give it a 6?
Exactly.
Oh, okay then. Well,
One of the most.
What? Wait.
Just say it interesting.
Yeah, just say interesting.
I'm sure the game is going to end up on our next edition of Teen Talk. Now let's move to a commercial break.
Help support Young Boys United and enjoy your favorite frozen yogurt or milkshake at the same time.
You should do it like that. And then it's all like at the same time.
At the same.
Iron E. Singleton, better known to most of us as T-Dog in the TV show The Uncharted.
Yeah, these are all.
Hello and welcome to Young Voices United's Teen Talk for Saturday, November 10th. My name is India.
My name is Emma.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Kimya.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Shelby, and we're glad you're here for another hour of YBU's Teen Talk. Joining us today are members of Hype Media Global.
We really thank you guys for being here. You guys are based out of Florida, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they said yes. Well, as Shelby said, we're glad you're here. So, Teen Talk staff and listeners, please be on your best behavior.
It's been an exciting week here for us at YBU Studio. This past Wednesday, many of us had the opportunity to audition for the casting director of Tyler Perry Studios, Mr. Sean Middlebrooks. And we certainly want to give Mr. Middlebrooks a big shout out. Again, we thank you for your coming. Thank you, Mr. Middlebrooks.
Woo.
Thank you. And we want to, again, do a really big thank you for coming out. It was a really great experience for us and a wonderful opportunity for us here at YBU. And as if that wasn't enough to really put us on cloud nine, last night some of us performed at the Hudson Grill in downtown Atlanta for the combined federal campaign with special guest Vincent Ward from the TV show The Walking Dead. YBU is really on the move. It's really an amazing year so far.
And after all of that, Hype Media Global is here to conduct an on-site taping and interview session with us. You guys just let us know when you are ready to conduct the interview, and we will adjust the program accordingly. Right now, let's go to Josh for our weekly game review. What do you have for us today?
Hey. Today, I'll be reviewing an interesting game that I played on my device. This game is known as drag racing. When you first start out in the game, you have 5 options. You can either go ahead and race, you go to a garage, go to a car dealer, edit your profile, or you can go get more games made by the same company, create a mode. Now, one thing that I found interesting about the game is that you can't choose the camera the way you view the car. But what are you doing? What you're actually doing is working the car as if it were an RC car, but it's actually a real car. And then when you get to the race, your cars line up next to the opponents. Then you take off. And also, a really good addition to this game is that you don't have to push the gas to make the car go. But you do have to do some work if you want the car to go faster. Then, after you perform your first race, you're automatically sent to your garage where you're able to tune your car to perform better, upgrade so it can race better, and finally you can customize it so it'll look better. Now, for your profile, this just gives you an overview of what you've done so far in the game. Like how many races you've done, and how many bosses you've beat, etc., etc. Finally, I want to say that there is also an exact copy of the game made by the same company for where you can ride bikes and motorcycles and stuff like that. I give this game a 6 out of 10.
What's this game called again?
Drag Racer.
Why do you give it a 6 out of 10?
Its graphics are terrible.
Really?
And its controls are terrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, I played that game before.
Did you think the graphics were terrible?
Not the graphics. I just don't like the game. The game was just
Oh.
because the camera had a weird view and you can't change it, so it's awful.
All right then. Thank you very much for that review on drag racing. Anybody else have anything to say about that game?
Nope.
No. Okay. Now, Josh, thank you very much. Isn't there a new game coming out this week?
Yes, Black Ops 2.
So, are you gonna do a review on that?
Yes, I'm getting it Tuesday. I am getting it Tuesday, right?
Okay, so
Okay.
you heard it here first. Josh is getting the game on Tuesday, and he will be doing the review hopefully next weekend. So, we're gonna head to a commercial break. Brought to you by Young Voices United.
Help support Young Voices United and enjoy your favorite frozen yogurt or milkshake at the same time. Iron E. Singleton, better known to most of us as T-Dog from the TV show The Walking Dead, is sponsoring his favorite charity, Young Voices United, at Calix Yogurt and Shakes. Go to Calix anytime between now and November 14th and purchase a zombie shake or anything on the Calix menu, and 20% of proceeds will be donated to Young Voices United. Calix has 2 convenient locations in the metropolitan area. In Smyrna at 2460 Cumberland Parkway and 1100 Hammond Drive in Atlanta. Don't miss this opportunity to support the YVU students and also get a wonderful treat for you and the family. These locally owned frozen yogurt shops offers a variety of frozen yogurt flavors and toppings, as well as a number of yogurt float options. Hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, and Friday through Sunday, 11 to 10. See you at Calix.
And we're back with our next segment of our show, which I believe is our movie review. Now, Zaria isn't here today, so Josh is going to do the movie review in her place.
Please let Josh do the movie review, because I know I couldn't, based on the fact that our entire family went to see this movie, and Josh is the only one that liked it. So, Josh, please tell the public what you thought of that movie.
I thought it was great, but, well, since I'm going to be on Paranormal Activity 4, I'm just going to go ahead and say, my mom didn't like it, Dad didn't like it, you didn't like it, y'all just have to care about the movies. I love y'all though.
How was the movie, Josh?
It was more comedic than horror, except for that ending. That was just horror. But anyway, the movie starts out following a girl named Alice who lives next door to a little boy named Hunter. Now I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Paranormal Activity 4 is not a sequel to Paranormal Activity 3. It's a sequel to the second one. As I was saying, after a course of what seemed like 4 or 5 days, Hunter's mom, Katie, is rushed to the hospital, and Hunter must stay with Alex and her family. But ever since Hunter stepped into their house, strange things have been going on, like chairs moving without force, cars starting automatically, people being thrown. But in comparison with the other Paranormal Activities, box offices have not been receiving very well profits with this movie. Paranormal Activity 4 actually has the lowest gross of income out of the entire series. Even though this movie was very much talked about on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, I honestly don't think it really gained much popularity. So what do you guys think of it? What do you think of it, India?
I thought it was one of the worst Paranormal Activities that has ever been made. I mean, if you think about it, numbers 1, 2, and 3 were tolerable, but number 4, it was just boring. I mean, my dad went to sleep in the movies because it was that boring. My mom wanted to get better, and it wasn't getting any better. Now, Josh, you aren't responsible for any kind of movie. You can't choose any movie when we go out. Nevertheless, any kind of anything.
Y'all didn't tell me we was going to go to the movie, so I just chose one.
Yes,
Well, I went to see it a couple weeks ago with some friends, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. To me, it was the worst Paranormal Activity that has come out of all the 4. But I feel that it was okay. Like, it wasn't really scary as much as like I kind of laughed at it, and I really don't want to be laughing in a horror movie. Like, I'm supposed to be scared, and like I'm just like the only reason why I jump is because like I get startled easily. So then that's the only reason why I jumped. So all my friends looked at me all crazy when I was like, that wasn't really scary, guys. When actually it was a bit funny. So, but it was okay for people who like funny horror.
Caller 6282, you're on with YB Teen Talk. Caller 6282. Well, I guess they just wanted to listen in. Well, does anyone else have any kind of input on Paranormal Activity 4? Well, Josh, you still have no right to choose any movie. I just wanted to put that out there. So, what's gonna happen right now is what's really gonna happen right now?
Okay, so let me help to make this movie a bit more interesting. Maya, how are you doing today? Have you recovered from the Tyler Perry auditions? And did you go home and celebrate with some junk food?
No.
Well, I know I did, but I think it would be good for you to give us a healthy tip and a healthy recipe. So what you got for us?
Okay, today I have a Waldorf salad. Okay, this will serve 6 people. You need 1 green apple and 1 red apple in the salad for a great look and taste. 1 pound of deli chicken cubed, 2 apples chopped, 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 6-ounce package of shredded lettuce, a half a cup of chopped walnuts, 2 6-ounce cartons of plain yogurt, and a half a cup of mayonnaise. First, you'll place the chicken, apple, celery, lettuce, and walnuts in a large mixing bowl. Stir the yogurt and mayonnaise and toss mix well. Maybe serve at room temperature or refrigerate for several hours. Serve over shredded lettuce. Thank you. Yum.
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 Now I have a question for you.
No, I have not tasted it yet.
Have you made it?
No.
Alright.
We'll be right back after this.
For all you theater lovers, our adult theater affiliate, the New African Grove Theater Company, is once again on the move. The 2012-2013 season has started, and they have 4 exciting productions to present. First, we have the Atlanta premiere of Single Black Women by Lisa Thompson. Show dates are November 17th and 18th. Single Black Female is a 2-woman show with rapid-fire comic vignettes that explore the lives of 30-something African-American middle-class women in urban America as they search for love, clothes, and dignity in a world that fails to recognize them amongst a parade of stereotypical images. Single Black Female 1, an English literature professor, and Single Black Female 2, a corporate lawyer, keep each other balanced as they face their fears of rejection, hopes for romance, and reminisce about black girlhood wounds. Warning, this play contains adult language and content. It is intended for mature audiences only. Tickets are only $15. The premiere will take place at the Arts at Cobb Theater, 19 Powder Spring Street, Marietta, Georgia, November 17th at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. and November 18th at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can visit www.newafricangrove.com to purchase tickets online.
Thank you very much. That song you heard before our commercial 2 was read was by our artist of the month of last month, was DZ. We still have some of your music, so thank you for giving it to us. Thank you for that time that you came in and shared your experience. Now that we're back from our commercial, I just have a question. Now that the election is over and President Barack Obama is back in office, how was it like at your schools and what was going on? How were the students acting and whatnot?
Well, for me, first thing when I got on the bus, just to say my bus driver is an older European guy. He kind of didn't feel the move that President Barack Obama was back in office. He was actually more upset than he was happy. And he was just kind of like getting on us. And then when we got off the bus, somebody said something about President Barack Obama. They were glad that he was back in office, and he kind of just got all upset. And just, yeah.
So he was upset at the back.
And then our teacher was kind of feeling some type of way. Other than that, all my African American teachers are happy.
That's of course a great thing. Great thing. Anybody else have any input?
Ooh,
Yes, Jessica.
At my school, like, a whole bunch of people were upset about it, but a couple people were really happy, and they were, like, making jokes and everything, and no fights started, so, but there was more of arguments and whatnot, so, yeah, it was interesting. I wasn't in any of the arguments, but.
You better not have been.
No, I would have won. What?
I'm
done.
Shelby, do you have any input?
Good. Yeah. Good.
What about any of you guys? You good?
As for me, I was just surprised to see so many people who were talking about how they're going to move to Canada
Exactly.
once Obama was in office. And I was just looking at them like, so where are your bags? Like, I thought you were leaving. But I mean, other than that, I had a pretty good day. So.
I had a pretty good day too.
I was
I was in a good mood.
Why was everybody saying they were going to move to Canada? Because I remember yesterday at FCA, this girl was like, my friend said he was going to move to Canada, and I'm glad he's not. So
You will not be missed.
You know, I really don't understand why people said they were going to move to Canada. I mean, because none of them can barely move out of their parents' house, much less move to Canada.
Not only that, but
So
they're trying to go to a whole different country.
No, my friend, she actually said her whole family agreed on moving to either Australia or Canada, and they chose Australia. And if Romney won, they were gonna move to Australia. Seriously. Like her parents were-
So did you see bags packed? Like they were gonna move to
No,
Australia?
I didn't go to her house or anything, but like I talked to her parents because we're really close and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they were seriously about to go move to Australia if Romney won. And so my friend, and we were in the locker room, and she was saying, I'm kind of sad I didn't move to Australia, but I'm also happy because I don't want to move to Australia. But she was really about to move to Australia.
Oh, interesting situation.
Yes.
Well, as your adult advisor for the radio show, I think one thing that's important is even though you guys are telling us about what the responses have been like in your schools, I think that it's important that you as youth continue to try to do what you can do on your level to minimize divisiveness in your school. You can, we can all be glad if our respective candidate won, if the person that you wanted to win did win, and we can respect the fact that for those who's if their candidate didn't win, we just still need to be respectful of that. But I just think it's important for you guys as youth to do what you can do in your schools to minimize any kind of division. I think it's okay to be happy, and you deserve to be happy because every time you vote for somebody, they don't necessarily win. And this is rather historical for our race and our ethnicity. But at the same time, we still do live in a country with a lot of different races, a lot of different creeds, a lot of different, people feel differently about things, and we just still need to be respectful and do what we can to minimize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you, Ms. Pass.
So much for that speech.
Well, regardless of the outcome of the election, let's make sure that when we become of age, that we take advantage of our right to vote. Many people died so that we can have this right, and that we shouldn't take it for granted. We would probably have a good time to move on to hot topics and celebrity gossip. So what's up?